What's up, everybody? This is Slowjams4life, and this is Loving R&B, back with another episode. If you haven't seen the show before, basically on this show, what we do is we invite people on, and we just ask them questions about R&B. I have a guest with me today. I'll actually let her introduce herself. You can just give us your name, your age, and where you're from, and anything else you want to add.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cheyenne. I go by Cheyenne Lavene. My age is 37. I'm from Jersey, originally from Camden, New Jersey, and then we moved out to Glassboro. So both my hometowns.
All right, cool. For those of you that don't know Cheyenne, she's actually an artist as well. She sings, songwriter, and you also do a little vocal production, right?
Yeah, I've been into some other things because I have been doing music for so long. I love to put music out, but I also enjoy like championing other artists. I do some mix engineering. Recently, I've been doing some A&R consulting as well over at Def Jam. So yeah, it's
So
been cool.
she do a
Yeah,
lot of things. She do a lot of things. That's
I
what's
just
up.
love music.
All right, so we're gonna tap into her head a little bit, and I just like to ask general questions, so don't feel pressured about anything. I just want to know what kind of music you're into. First question I usually start off with is, when did you fall in love with R&B? I usually translate it to like the first album you bought with your own money is like kind of like when you fell in love with it, but it could be different for you. So when did you know you fell in love with R&B?
To be honest, I didn't purchase my first CD until I was much older. I was probably like early 20s. We didn't really have a whole lot growing up, so we was yeah. I would say I started to pay attention to music probably around when I was 8.
Okay.
Yeah, I was around 8 years old. I don't remember a specific moment. I just remember more of just the culture from being in the inner city and then just hearing artists that I like. At the time it was like SWV and like 112 and of course like Boys to Men and Escape, a lot of the girl groups, and then, Brandy, Monica. So I would say probably around like 8, I started paying attention to
Okay.
music more. Yeah.
I know you said you didn't really buy your first album until you was like in your 20s. Do you have any non-skip R&B albums that are like classic?
Um, yeah. So,
Give me three. Do you have
okay.
three?
I'm going to have to say Jasmine Sullivan, Fearless. I felt
Okay.
like that had a bunch of bops. Yeah. Lions, Tigers, Bears, Hurricane, of course, Bust the Windows Out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, for sure. I'm so picky because I'm more of like, there's artists that I love, but I'm more of like a song person. And it's tough that things are put together to where I don't want to skip. I would say Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
Um,
Classic.
does that count?
Yeah, that's a classic. I
I mean,
mean,
I
it
know
is.
some hip hop elements, but
Yeah,
you know,
I seen a post where they were like debating, is this hip hop or is it R&B? But
yeah,
I
no.
mean, I'll put it. She got some R&B songs
Yeah,
on there. So
yeah, that's
okay, yeah.
definitely a no skip. Um, man, I would say I gotta say Confessions, Usher, for the culture, because
Mm.
that's just he set the bar with that one, and he has something for everything. Whether in the club, if you wanna, be intimate, like he just kind of covered all bases. So
Yeah, that's one of those albums where I don't think nobody's gonna debate about that one. Like I've never heard anybody say anything bad about Confessions. Like
right,
that's one of the ones. And
yeah,
interesting that you put Jasmine Sullivan in there because I think that's a great album, but a lot of people don't really talk about it because she's just now really getting her props. It seems to me, it seems like anyway. But that
no, I
album,
agree. It was as though she was kind of like on the way or kind of like underground or just low key for a while.
yeah,
So it was good to see her, kind of branching out and getting the recognition because she's really dope.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, cool. That's a good top three. I like that one. Name an artist whose songs you can relate to the most.
That's kind of tricky because I feel like any good artists are going to pretty much cover, even in telling their own personal story, they're going to cover so many love, heartbreak, loss,
Okay,
turning
so
up.
is there a song out there? Because I know you write songs, so
Yeah.
Besides yourself, of course, is there a song that you hear like, "Ooh, man, they wrote this like this is exactly what I'm going through." Like,
Um, I'm trying to think back to In a Moment, because honestly, songs like that, as far as me personally, if I'm in a moment going through something, then yeah. I'm writing so much music that a lot of times I'm not listening to other music, if that makes sense. I'm trying to think of the last time that I had a moment like that. Like, I've heard really, really good songs, but as far as it being like, oh, that's me right there, like, I don't know. I would have to come back to that one.
for
Yeah.
me, it's usually when I'm going through like a breakup, I find all the good
Yeah.
songs. I'm like, "Oh yeah, yeah." I remember when Neo came out with "So Sick." I heard that, I was like, "Ooh, he wrote that for me." I was like, "He wrote that for me." I was like, "Man."
Neo's a good one. Neo normally, and he's one of my favorite songwriters. He normally covers all the bases. I'm sure there's a Neo. Actually, there's one recently that it was on a newer album of his that I connected with. I don't remember the song. It'll come to me.
Yeah, he has one called I think "Love Me Gently." I like that one. It was off his newer
Mm,
album. Man. But yeah, Neo, he's a great songwriter.
yeah, he
All right.
is.
I feel like everybody has an after hours playlist. I could be wrong, but they usually call it different things. I've seen
Yeah,
some people call it like the boom boom playlist, but mine's is just after hours playlist. Do you have one?
I don't.
You don't.
I have one general playlist, and any song that I like, I put it on there. And my brother, like in the family group chat, they make jokes because I have like a little gospel song after like some 2 Chainz or something like that.
Oh yeah,
So I
yeah.
have this one general playlist.
If you had to make your playlist, the after hours playlist, what songs would be on that playlist? Give me three of the songs
Okay,
that's gonna set it
I
off.
got you. I got you. Jay Holiday, Bed.
Okay, that's a good
Right?
one. That's a
Yeah, we
good
got to
one.
start with that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Summer Walker, Playing Games.
Okay, because you don't
You
want them
familiar
playing
with
games.
that one?
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah, I
vibing.
like that. A song that I've been listening to a lot recently. It's a Monica song, and it's called "Without You." I believe is the name of it. I think it might
Oh
be
yeah,
old, but I
yeah.
like it. Yeah, someone posted it online, and I went and I listened to it, and this was probably like months ago, and I haven't stopped listening since.
Yes. I
So
think, all right, don't judge my vocals, but I feel like it goes without you. Something, no?
yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
think I'm about to,
Baby, can we start a family?
yeah.
Make it official, baby. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That-
yeah, like that. I was trying to sing it like that, but it ain't. I'm, I'm on vocal rest right now. So yeah.
Right.
If you had to make a group of four people, this is you're making a band. Like who's in that group? It could be male, female, however you want to do it.
Okay. I'm gonna make a girl group.
No, it could be male or female. But
Okay, but I'm saying I'm gonna make a girl group. I'm gonna make
okay,
yeah. I'm gonna make a group that's gonna be all women.
okay,
And you said 4?
yep,
Okay. Normani,
okay,
Zendaya. Okay. Halle Bailey.
okay. I see where you're going with this.
You see where I'm going?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then I think we're gonna go with Coi Leray. She's gonna be our left
Mm.
eye.
So they gonna be dancing because all of
Yeah,
them are like dancers. Yeah.
that's the thing. That's the thing. And you can, they can all play, back. They can support and they can lead. So I think that'll be a nice mixture.
Dope, dope.
Yeah.
All right, I'm vibing with that.
Yeah.
What's an R&B artist or song that somebody put you on to that you're forever grateful for?
That's easy. Somebody put me on. I don't know if it was Sham. It was a producer out in LA put me on to a song called Jealous. Song called Jealous by Labyrinth.
Okay.
And it's just one of the best songs I've ever heard. Have you heard it?
No, the name sounds familiar. The
It's
artist
good.
is he like EDM or kind of like in that?
kind of alternative, but it's like R&B-ish, but it's kind of like an alternative R&B, I would say. Maybe something like that. Yeah. I just really love that song.
All right, I'm gonna check it out. These questions be for me because I like when people put me on to like new music, and I
Yeah.
pride myself on knowing everything.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I never heard that one, so I'm gonna check it out for sure.
Yeah. It's
All
dope.
right, all
Yeah.
right. I'm gonna put you on the spot with this one.
Okay.
Name 3 songs that you feel all women love. I actually made a post on a page like a couple weeks ago. I was like, these are 10 songs all women love. And of course, somebody's gonna disagree. But
Okay.
if you had to bet your money on it, like, all right, these 3 songs I know, the ladies, they love this.
All right. You did put me on the spot.
Yeah.
Well, okay, there's a song that I love a lot. And I would hope that others felt this way because it makes me feel good no matter when I hear it. I'm never turning it off. It's When I See You by Fantasia.
Oh yeah. Guys like that song too.
That song. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Man. Okay, I'm gonna say Single Ladies just cause.
Okay.
Of course. You know, shout out to B.
Those are some good choices. If you had to DM your celebrity crush, or even if he's not a celebrity, your crush, a song to get their attention, what song you sending? No words, you just sending them this song.
All right. I'm gonna say the first thing that popped in my head because this was like a big thing when it came out. Trey Songz, Put Your Number in My Phone.
Okay.
Are you familiar with that song?
Yeah. Well, I kind of forgot.
Baby, call me up. Put your number in my phone.
Okay. What album was that? Was that on Ready or no?
I don't remember. I don't know what album it was on.
Yeah, so guys,
it's very direct to the point. Just give me a number, you know?
Yeah, so guys, if you're looking and she sent you that, you already know. You already know what it is.
Right. Hold on, you didn't even ask if I was single. Hold on.
I mean, if you send that,
then I would be.
Right. For the guys looking, are you single?
Yeah, mostly, yeah. I work a lot, you know. I never know what's going on half the time.
I'm gonna have to use that one. Yeah, mostly.
Yeah.
Depends what day it is, right? All right. And I only asked because you kind of segued into it, so.
Oh yeah.
So now I want to get into your musical side and ask you questions about what you got going on. So, as an upcoming artist, it must be difficult. My question would be, like, what's the most difficult part about being an upcoming artist in this business?
I would say it would be similar to being upcoming in any business, and that's being able to be your own cheerleader first, because everything's going to start in here, and it's going to start in here. So as long as you believe it first, and sometimes that's hard because it's like you, and it seems like it might be you against everyone else, everything else, but really it's not. Just being your own cheerleader, I would say.
Do you ever get those moments where, and I ask this question because I be getting these moments too. Back in the day, I used to want to be an actor. So we would have these moments where, you're going on auditions, you're not really booking everything. And I would have these moments where I would feel like, man, this is not going to happen. It's just too many no's. And then sometimes you just get a message from somewhere and it just reconfirms like, okay, this is what you should be doing. Yeah. Do you ever get those moments where you get down? And if so, what brings you back to that?
Yeah,
that space.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would say I've had a lot of moments where I've been just, you thug it out, but you're kind of inside. You're like, man, it's struggle. I've had a lot of those moments. When I went out to LA, for a period of time, this was back in 2012, I was there. I was living in my car, but I was still going to sessions. And obviously you're not going to sessions like, yeah, it's hard living in my car. You know what I'm saying? You're just like wearing the mask and doing what you got to do. I went to a session might have been at Westlake, can't remember. We were in LA and it was a session for like Rita Ora. a guy invited me, hey, we're gonna go, work on some stuff for Rita. Or we got there, worked on a few tracks. I don't know why. I will never forget this day. It was February 11th, 2013. And we were standing in the hallway. And in my mind, I'm like, I gotta go back to the whip. I'm hungry, I ain't no money. You know what I'm saying? It was just like that, like struggle. I don't know why we were standing in the hallway. That's the thing. We're just standing there. And then the next thing I know, it's like this awkward vibe. It wasn't awkward. It was like just the presence. I didn't know what it was at the time. It was just things felt different, and it just felt really big. Like a minute later, it just got really quiet in the studio, like this eerie quiet. I look over, there are some people like sitting in black on the couches, and I look up. In front of me is Jay-Z.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like a few feet in front of me. I don't even know where he came from. I'm like, introduce yourself. Hey, how you doing? I'm like, I didn't care about being in my car. I didn't care about being hungry. I didn't care about nothing. So I'm like, okay, if I'm here in the studio and I'm meeting Jay-Z, like, all right, cool. I'm because it's like, for me, I feel I'm going to keep going regardless, but it's much more, it's pleasant when you get moments like that. You know what I'm saying? It's pleasant, and it's kind of like a reinforcement. So yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that story. I think like a lot of times people, they don't really like to share their struggle. And just the fact that you just like transparent, it was like, yeah, I was sleeping in my car.
But
I always love when people share like their vulnerable moments, because it helps, like there's somebody else out there in that same position. What I like to do is like whenever I come across new artists, it's always important for me to not only support, but also send them that message like, hey, like I fuck with what you got going on, because you never know what they going through. And that message, like I do that often. And like the response I get back, it always blows me away. Like they be like, oh man, I needed this right now. And I think as people, we gotta really support. And like a lot of times we're afraid to show love in public. Like people won't, like they'll send you a DM like, oh, I like your music, but they won't comment on your post.
Real sneaky like.
So like whenever I support, like I'm supporting in private, but also out loud. And like I came across your music, and it's crazy how I came across your music. Like I think somebody in the comment was like, check out Cheyenne Lavene. And anytime somebody tell me to check out, I'm like, yeah, I'll check them out. And I listen to a song. I heard this is the process I go through. I hear one song, I'm like, okay, she got a good song, but let me see, can she do it again? And I hear the second song, I'm like, oh, she got some. And I hear the third song. And then 3 songs in, I'm like, okay, I'm really feeling this artist. So I think I was like maybe like 7 songs in, and I'm like, yo, I think I probably sent you a message. I'm not sure if I did, but usually
I think so. Yeah. I think
usually go ahead.
Your coloring on your page is very memorable. I remember like the green and black. So I do remember, I do remember that. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, but now if you haven't listened to her music, please go check it out. Like she has a lot of great songs, and we're gonna talk about some actually, which is a perfect segue. But for someone listening to your music for the first time, what are 3 songs that you would recommend? Like, all right, start with this, then listen to these 2 songs.
I would say Runaway, and then the other 2, I would say Forever, which is off of the EP, the Something About You EP. Okay. And then there's a song called Psycho that I did with the producer Street that I got picked up on a TV show.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I have put it out. Pretty low key, but it's a dope song. I like it. So
congrats on that. Congrats on that, by the way.
Thank you.
Which leads me to my other question, because I'm a geek when it comes to the backstory of songs. So I like to know, what was the process like? What was in your head at the moment? So I wrote down 3 songs of yours. Okay. And 2 of them you mentioned already. Well, if you can just give us like a quick little backstory. Runaway is the first song. Can you just tell me how that song came about? What was going through your mind?
So I think with Runaway, I had moved back to Jersey. I was staying in my parents' place. I actually recorded that song in a room in my parents' house. I got the track produced by Nascent and Coop. They're amazing producers. I recorded over it. And what happens a lot with my music is I'll pitch it for, like an artist, and then people will be like, who's going to sing it? So with Runaway, I did it. It wasn't everything happening at that time. It's just things that either I had been through or just know that we all go through in general, and just expressing that. And I started playing the song, for a couple people, and one producer in particular, shout out to Jupiter. And he's just like, yeah, Shy, you just need to go ahead and put this out. Like, don't even try to shop it, just put it out. So I hit up Nasa, and I'm like, he checked with Coop. Hey, do you guys mind if we put this out? Nah, it's all good. And then that's kind of how that song came.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely one of my favorites. I believe when I posted, that was probably like the first song on the post. It was like a slide of like 8 songs, but yeah, I like that song. The next one I have is SAY, which is acronym for Something About You.
Mm-hmm.
It's also the title of your EP or album, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So originally I had the EP, it was self-titled. But then, as time's going by, and I figured at some point I'm gonna want to maybe tell like my story a little bit more personally. That was a lot of like kind of relationship type stuff. And so I switched the name to make it, like not so personal, in case I wanted to utilize that later.
Okay.
Yeah. So
the song.
Yeah.
The song is about you. Is it about anybody specifically?
No, not in particular. It's a situation that I'm familiar with because I've been through it. Okay. Wanting to leave a situation. And I think at that time I had been out of a relationship, but it's mainly just wanting to leave, but something about you makes me want to stay, whatever it is. Sometimes we don't know what that is. What is it? But
yeah, I think everybody can relate to a song like that. So
yeah,
definitely one of my favorites too.
Thank you.
Like I said, I really listen to the music, and like, well, with this thing, when I invite people on, like I only invite people on that I'm a fan of, or it's something about them. So definitely dope having you on here. Appreciate you
being here. Thank you so much.
So last one we want to get into, which you touched on, Psycho. I like that song as well. Can you tell me about that song?
Man. Oh man. that one's pretty real. Mm-hmm. That one I could say, that one, and not that the others weren't real, but that one was more intense. It was also more from another person's perspective, another woman's perspective. I'm like, dang, you're like, oh, I appreciate when the artist is so vulnerable, and I'm just like, yeah. I would say, long story short, I was in a situation unusual for me at the time, and in a relationship, and there's like another party, so it's more so just telling the story from that third party's view.
Have you ever did anything personally that they talk about in this song? Have you ever had to do any of those things?
I overthink. I have in the past. Like, I would overthink about things, not necessarily missing a call unless it was like over and over long periods of time. But that's, I would say, at that time, not so much, but I have. Busting the windows and stuff like that, nah. I would say a few years ago, I checked the phone. Not a fan of that, but I did a few years ago. Dang, I'm trying to think of the lyrics.
I think most women, they probably check the phone at least once.
Yeah, I checked it good one time. There was one time where I did a good check, but usually I'm not into that. I was in a nutty situation at the time. It was a little nutty. Yeah. I think that was it.
Yeah, so make sure y'all check out those songs. Definitely highly recommend. For this next part, I just want to play a little game. I call it This or That. So I'm going to just give you 2 options, and you just tell me which one you like the best.
Okay.
No pressure, just Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston?
Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston. Is there a reason why?
Yeah. I'm from Jersey. She from Jersey. Mariah Carey, she hits those notes and it's crazy, of course. I've actually sung backgrounds, like a background choir with Mariah Carey back in like 2008. Her Adventures of Mimi tour. She's great. But Whitney, I feel like her vocal just does something to me. It's a little more aggressive and direct, and that's the same reason, I guess, like if you would say Monica or Brandy, I'm going Monica for that same reason. Was that a question? Did I just take your question?
No, 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 no. But the reason why I asked Mariah, because I did see that you worked with her. So I was like, curious.
Yeah. Nah, she was amazing. It's just, and I loved her stuff. It's just, yeah, Whitney has that edge.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong with either or. But I just
Yeah.
like to, make it
No, yeah.
112 or Jagged Edge.
I feel like I should be saying Jagged Edge. I probably am familiar with more of their songs. With 112, it's a childhood memory. I had a close friend that was always coming over and just listening to 112 every time she came over. Just 112, 112, 112. So I'm gonna have to say 112.
All right. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
I'm going 112 too. I used to always have this debate with my brother, and he would be Jagged Edge. I'm like, nah, 112, 112. But I like both though. I do like both.
Yeah.
Usher or Chris Brown?
Usher.
Why Usher?
Why Usher?
Yeah.
Usher did Confessions.
Hey.
I feel like really that shuts everything down. Usher did Confessions.
No argument here. I'm going Usher too.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
All right. So this is the end of it. Like I said, it was painless. Well, I guess I'll ask you, how was it? I'll say it's painless for me. I'm not the one answering the questions.
Yeah, it was pretty painless. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
And I just want to say thank you for coming on again. It really means a lot to me because this is something new that I'm trying. I had this idea probably like a couple weeks ago. And with me, I usually procrastinate a lot. Yeah. So I was like, man, if I don't start DMing people and asking them, I'm probably not going to do it. So I was like, let me just DM people. And then once people started responding, I'm like, oh shit, I really got to do this now because they asked me. Yeah. So
I love it. I love your backdrop.
Thank you. I still got to ask that. Like I'm probably going to add like some CD covers or something, but.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, thank you. But definitely thank you for doing this. I know you're very busy, and like I said, it is an honor to have you on here. Like when you reaching out to people, you didn't really know what this was. I just basically was like, hey, can you come on? It's a new show. I ain't got nothing to tell you, but
I love that. I love that you're so consistent in what you're doing, and that's a big thing for me because I feel like when you're consistent and it's just good quality, it's only gonna go.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Thank you. And honestly, I'm not an interviewer, so it's probably like weird transitions and stuff like that.
You did good.
Yeah, I just like talking. I just like talking R&B. So that's what I. But wait, did I give you? No, I didn't give you the floor yet. So at this moment, I just want to give you the floor. If there's anything you want to promote or anything you want to say, the floor is yours now.
Oh man, I wasn't ready. I guess like you said, just you can listen to my music. I had some artists that I've written for that are dropping all within the next probably like 6 to 8 months. So I'm pretty excited. So, follow me on Instagram. I don't post a lot right now, but I will be more in the future. And yeah.
Like I said, she's really dope. She got a lot going on. So like I said, it's an honor to have her. And like when she blows up, I'm gonna be looking back at this video like, yeah, she was on the R&B show.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Same for you. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I was on that show first.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so on the page we have this thing. Well, I don't know if you follow. I think you follow the page, but you probably don't really be on Instagram.
I'm trying. Yeah.
So I have this saying that I do. It's like my catchphrase now. It's called Wizzy Wow.
Okay, Wizzy Wow.
Yeah. And there's a whole backstory behind why it's the catchphrase, but basically, Blackstreet has a song called Wizzy Wow. And
Hmm.
real quick, I didn't think the song was that good, but I posted it on the page and it just took a life of its own. So now I'm like, man, I'm running with this until Teddy Riley gives me an explanation on why this song was made. But now I actually like the song. So,
Okay.
anywho, long-winded answer to say that I end the show by saying, "This is Slow Dance for Life, Wizzy, wow."
No.
Yeah, so I need you to give me a Wizzy wow, and then we're gonna end it like that.
Oh yeah, just a whizzy wow. I'm Cheyenne Lavene, and here to give you a whizzy wow.
Wizzy wow, that works. Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
All right.